The To Plant a Garden shawl starts with a circular cast on to waste yarn, and then the working yarn is added using double pointed needles. To start, we're going to use a crochet cast on onto a knitting needle, and I'm using a smooth cotton waste yarn. So first I'm going to do just 2 chains so I have a little something to hold on to. I like to hold my knitting needle parallel to the crochet hook. And so my working yarn is coming out of the bottom here, and I'm basically just getting my knitting needle in the way of my crochet chain as I'm going along. This is going to make it a lot easier to unzip later because you always know exactly which loop is the correct loop. So this is in comparison to just picking up loops of a crochet chain. So I think this makes it a lot easier. We're going to cast on 12 stitches, and remember when you're doing this that the only actual live stitch is the one on the crochet hook. The ones on the knitting needle are basically the loops in the bottom of a chain. Once I've done 12 stitches, I'm just going to do a couple of more chains, and then I like to mark the end with a pin so I can remember which end I left off on, because that's the end that I'm going to start on when I go to take this waste yarn cast on out. Once I have my waste yarn cast on, I can add my working yarn now. So the first thing I want to do is have a nice tail that's long enough to run through my stitches. And then I'm going to start with a slip knot. And the slip knot was going to help me hold the working yarn onto my needle as I'm doing this. So I'm going to be redistributing all of the stitches onto my double pointed needles so that I can start this in the round properly. So I've done 3 stitches on my first needle, and you can see that the slip knot is still on there. I'm starting my second needle, and at this point I always put it down so it's resting against a table. And that keeps the needles from torquing around as much as they usually would. Makes it a lot easier to do that initial round because this could get pretty fiddly. So I'm just doing my 3 stitches onto each of my double pointed needles. And I'm showing you this obviously continental. I am not a good enough thrower to be able to do this throwing. So you're just going to have to believe me. If you're a good thrower, you can do this. So see what I mean? It's super easy for it to sort of torque around. So what I was doing was just making that a little bit easier to manage. You can see that I still have my slip knot there. So with the last needle there, I just slipped that slip knot. I did not knit it. And now I have double the stitches on that one double pointed needle, but I find that it's much easier to do that on the first round, even though I wouldn't want to keep knitting that way. That makes it a little bit tougher later on. But on that first round, it really, really helps a lot. Once I get around to the beginning of this round again, I will split them up. And you can see that I'm almost there to the end. And now the double pointed needles are getting easier to handle. So here we are. We're back to the start, and you can see that that knot is still there. So I can just pop it off of my needle now. I don't need it anymore. And now I can continue to knit. And with that last round that I just started, I am on the second round of chart A, and you can see that that little slip knot is still there. You can take it out whenever you want as you're going along. And now you're ready to go. Enjoy.